Hey guys, welcome back to Bourbon and Smoke. Today we're going to do something that I've honestly never cooked before. We're going to do a rabbit. So what from what I understand from rabbit is it tastes very similar to chicken. So I'm going to do a similar recipe that I do with my chicken. I use the same rub. I'm going to try to stuff this with onions, but I'm not sure what we got really to stuff there. So first of all, when you buy these, typically they're going to come with all of the giblets. So we're just going to take those out, throw them into a little bowl here, and it looks like we got the kidneys still attached. So I'm just going to try to get them out of there. So rabbit is a very lean meat. I would very much consider it close to chicken, if not even maybe a little bit leaner than chicken, which is hard to do. So we are going to be very careful with this. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but hopefully we at least learn something from it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to season the whole thing, inside, out, and then we're going to chop up an onion and try to stuff it up inside the chest cavity here. That just helps keep a little bit more moisture in there, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're going to keep one hand for the rabbit, I almost called it a bird, and one hand for the seasoning. Press it in. The inside of the rabbit, you can actually fill that pretty good there. Toss a little bit in there. Do the Salt Bay. Really, we're just looking for a solid coverage everywhere. I will put the link for this down below, and actually we're going to be doing the chicken video using this same method shortly. So both of those will have that recipe for this rub. This rub is a little bit spicy, a little bit sweet, similar to a lot of the other rubs that I do, where it's kind of that nice balance of flavor. So now we're done with that. I'm just going to set this off to the side, cut my onions up, clean this mess up here a little bit, and we can get to stuffing. Alright, so next, like I said, we're just going to cut up our onion here. We're going to quarter it, and we're going to see how much can actually fit inside this, because it's not a very large cavity. We may have to go a little bit smaller pieces too, because again, not very big. But we want to fit as much onion in it as possible, really. What this is going to do is it's going to give it a little bit of flavor, but it's also going to keep moisture kind of reabsorbing back into the meat from inside it. So let's see, get one in there. I'm going to cut this one in half again. So we can fit about a half of a pretty good sized onion in here. And you just want to push it in there as much as possible so you get it all up in there. Well, this is different from the way that I've seen anyone else prepare a rabbit. Most everybody just takes it, lays it out flat, and cooks it that way. But we're going to try this. Like I said, I've never cooked it, so we'll give it a shot. The smoker is warming up right now, so I'm going to go check on that. As soon as we hit 225, we're going to throw this thing on until we hit an internal temp of 165 degrees. And that's going to be at multiple spots on the rabbit itself. So, see you guys in a little bit. Alright, smoker is up to 225. Put the rabbit on, put our temperature probe in. We're going to put it in one of the smaller spots, or one of the, I guess, lesser meaty parts, just so I can get a gauge of when some of the bigger parts might be getting done, so we don't overcook it as much as possible. Alright. I'm going to try to get it to stay on its back here, because I want everything up here to cook pretty evenly, whereas down here I want these legs spread, because that's going to be really our meatiest part. So hopefully we can get these to cooperate and kind of stick in there. Take our temperature probe. You know what? I might actually be able to use this to my advantage. There. We'll just use that there. And we're going to wait for this to hit 165 degrees internal temp. And then we're going to check our thighs back here and everything else as well, just to make sure we are cooked as evenly as possible. Get those onions to stick up there as much as possible. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, while we're waiting for that rabbit to cook, I just want to mention we have our merch shop up. The link is in the description down below. T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, crop tops, a shirt with like a weird little knot thing in it because it's stylish, I guess, or something. Got a lot of cool stuff on there. Go out, check it out. It is good quality stuff. We just got ours in and very happy with it. We got 3 or 4 different styles and all of them very high quality, nice soft cotton, fantastic shirts. The hat, from what I've heard, I didn't get one yet. From what I've heard, the hats are nice. So if you get a chance, it would help support us here on the channel. I appreciate it. And the shameless plug for Bourbon and Smoke by Bourbon and Smoke is done. Alright, while we wait for this rabbit, which shouldn't be too long, we're going to try some Buffalo Trace. This is actually the bourbon that got me into bourbon. My brother-in-law gave me some when we were up at their house for the weekend, and it totally opened my eyes to what bourbon really is. So this is an extremely popular brand, and actually for some reason here in Minnesota, kind of hard to find. The liquor store here in town had 1 bottle left. They were actually kind of hiding it behind some stuff, and I was able to get it. So let's take a little step back in time here. Now let's drink some Buffalo Trace. Smells like I remember it. Got just enough ethanol in the nose, a little caramely. Very nice, light flavor to begin with. Get a little spice on the back end. It's got a really good mouthfeel to it. It kind of hangs around. It doesn't leave you just like, wow, I just took a drink of some really tasty water and now it's gone. Yeah, fantastic. I would say anybody that's looking to get into some bourbon, I mean, this is 90 proof, so it's not going to be knock your socks off, 100 proof or higher. It doesn't burn. You get a little bit of warmth. I mean, a very small little bit of warmth right here, but it doesn't burn. It doesn't have that. Whew, I could breathe some fire right now. So, yeah, excellent, well-rounded bourbon. A little bit pricier than some of the other ones, 30, 35 bucks, but still one of the best bottles you can buy for the price. Definitely go pick up one of these when you get a chance, if you can find it. Buffalo Trace is kind of their flagship. They make a whole lot of other stuff. They make Wellers. That's kind of their fancier brand, I believe, right now. And they also outsource a lot of their mash. So you'll kind of find this type of flavor in a lot of other bourbons out there that don't do their own mash builds. Fantastic. Let's go check on this poor little rabbit out there. See you guys in a bit. Alright, hit internal temperature of 165-ish, right around basically everywhere on the rabbit. So we're going to pull it off. We're going to let it rest for 5-10 minutes or so. Just let everything redistribute, and it'll probably cook a little bit longer as well. So it'll get us right just over that 165 mark. So pull it off and see what we got. Alright, so it's rested for a few minutes. I'm going to cut into this thigh. I think it's a thigh on a rabbit, I would assume. Skin, or the outside is a little tough, but what was that? Moist. Wow. Super juicy. Yeah, you can see juice is just kind of glistening on there. Oh wow, that's really good. It definitely does taste like chicken, doesn't have the consistency of chicken. It's actually kind of a smoother meat, like it's very, very, very tender. This is really good. Let's cut off some pieces here so the kid can try it. She's super excited to try rabbit.
Oh.
All right, come here, kid. Just eat it, come on.
I don't like the skin.
You don't like the skin? Okay, so the seasoning, but the meat's good. It's really tender and juicy. Very moist. Would you say it's moist? She loves the word moist.
Be quiet.
So should I start buying this on a regular basis? Is it just because it's rabbit and it's a cute bunny that you don't eat?
Mm-hmm. Baxter would eat it.
Yep, he would have. All right, that's it for us today, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want me to do next, because I'm willing to try anything. I mean, we're eating rabbit and I've never cooked it before. We're willing to try anything. So, all right, see you guys in the next one.